Hi, I'm Carl Swenson. I'm a course mentor in diversity and inclusion. I'd like to show you today an easy way to access some learning resources provided to us by some of our book publishers. We all use textbooks from different companies. Our course uses books from Pearson and from Sage, and I want to show you some of what's available from Pearson. So the website, very simply, is pearsonhighered, all one word, .com. And at that site, you can set up your own account with Pearson. They're very good about it. They're very willing to have you do that. You notice here that there's a sign in or sign up. So I've already got an account. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to log into my account using the login information that Pearson and I put together. Um, oh boy, let me see. I think that's the right one. It appears like it might be. Yes. And so here's my account with Pearson. Now, what I want to do is I want to look at a particular book that we're using to see what's available. And so I'm going to look in the education aspect or the part of their catalog, and I'm going to search for the author's name, because that's the easiest way for me to bring the book up. And so let's see what Dorlag's been doing here recently. And oh yeah, here's the book that we're using, Teaching Students with Special Needs in a General Education Classrooms. So we can do several things from this page. See over here, if you click on this bar, you can actually request an exam copy. They'll provide you with either an ebook copy or a paper copy. So if you like paper copies, this is a place to get them. Now we can also look and see what is available from the publisher, with regard to resources. And when we click on here, we see that, okay, we've got some downloadable sources. Let's take a look at some of those. Okay, instructor resources, we have an instructor's manual if we want it. But we also have all of these PowerPoints. So if I'm looking for PowerPoints to build maybe a new webinar, this is going to be a good place to go. And they're downloading right now. Let's see what we've got here. If I can bring it up for you. And what we have here are the slides that they have produced for chapter 1 of the book. It looks like 23 of them. And you can edit these. You certainly can. If you just enable the editing, then you have editing rights on these slides. So if you want to change them, or if you want to remove something or add something in, then you have the opportunity to do that. And you can get each of the chapters this way. They each come as zip files because they're rather big, but then you can unzip them and make use of them that way. Other resources available that are kind of interesting. My education lab is something that we're beginning to work with. At least some folks on my team have started to put effort in to use my education lab. And then if your course of study is an objective assessment, here's a test bank that applies to each of the chapters in the book. You can download that and maybe make up some readiness exams or some quizzes for you to quiz your students when they think they're ready for the objective assessment. So this is all from Pearson, and we have access to it anytime we want. And all you have to do is just establish an account at pearsonhighered.com. Now, I also use a Sage book in our classes, and so if I go to sagepub.com, sagepub.com, this is the main page that comes up, and I'm already logged into this because I have a Sage account too. So I'm going to go to the textbook section, and here you can find a lot of information. And I'm actually going to search again using the name of the author. I'm going to search for the book that we use, and here it is, Special Education in Contemporary Society. and we are using a media edition. So by clicking on the title of that book, I can go to where the information is, and you see that there's information regarding all of these things. So let's click on packages and see what that is. No, we don't want to look at that. Let's look at supplements. Okay, here's where our instructor resources are. It's under the tab of supplement. So downloadables that we have here, you see that there's several. Um, Another electronic test bank and more PowerPoints. Okay, so we're working in North America, and they'll ask you to sign in again with that information that you use to create your sagepub.com account. Um, This is kind of interesting because they have something called course cartridges. You can open this up and you can actually edit the content. So if you want to increase the content that they're receiving and your students are receiving in a particular chapter, you can do that here. Other things that are available, as with Pearson, we have a test bank and we have PowerPoint. So with the PowerPoints in at Sage, let me see if we can open one up here and take a look at it. No. Oh, I've already got one open to show you here. So, nope, that's Pearson. I'm sorry. Wrong one. Over here it is. This is what we have from Sage. And here's chapter 1. You can see that it's very similar. All the information is from the book is here. And you can edit these too. These are also made to be edited by the user. And again, PowerPoints for each chapter. So all of those things are available to you. This is not a bad deal too. These lecture notes, it allows you to have paper in front of you. As you're doing your webinars, that gives you the crux and the gist of what's in the chapters without leafing through page by page. So all of these are really good sources to have. I would encourage you to go to these sites and pick up what you can use. I have paper books from each site for all my classes, and I'm kind of old school, and the books are very good for me. So I use them a lot. I hope this was helpful to you. That's about all I have for today, so I'm going to say goodbye. See you later. Bye-bye.